Alrighty, 2019 Dodge Durango SXT 3.6 liter engine, upper control arms on the front. Seems to be an issue on finding information on how to get to the hidden nuts for the control arm. All right, this is the passenger side. Sorry, trying to get my lights. Okay. Front facing bolt is rather simple, straightforward. There's a tab there, like one of these. I just ripped that one on, I left the other ones on. That's all I needed. It's gonna break, so just gotta get some more. You just pull the cover back and just pretty much follow the bolt and just feel. You'll see it on the other side. You can work on this. I already changed this side. This is the passenger side. That's why the tire is still on. I'm about to do the driver's side, but was a little bit time consuming trying to figure out where that nut is on the other side of the engine bay. And yes, it is a nut. It's not the bolt is not into the frame. You can't just loosen it from here. You got to go on the inside the engine bay and loosen the nut. Where's that nut? It's in the Beyond section on Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah, you're not gonna see it. Alright, so if you come to the engine bay, I did look online. I found I actually did a subscription to the alldata.com and I also looked at a Haynes manual. I think they're the same company. Their instructions were both the same. The driver's side as well. Now the passenger side, right? The back bolt is, I'm not going to be able to show you. I don't have a snake camera, but it's pretty much, hold on, let me put the light down. I'm holding the light with one hand and trying to, so it's back there. You're going to have to feel for it. So you're going to have to stick your hand in there and it's right there. I know you can't see it, I'm sorry, but just stick your hand back there, go down the wall of the frame of the car, of the wheel well, and you'll feel it. It's the only bolt there. It's the only one that's gonna fit the 18 millimeter, but it's basically back there. How did I get to it? How did I loosen it? Well, let me tell you, it wasn't easy at all. It's not easy at all. If you have the exact correct tool, you might be good. I used this. This is an 18 millimeter ratchet wrench. This is standard side. It's about I think 9 inches. They have longer ones. I didn't go out and get it. They also have the ones that has the swivel head. That might be better if you get a ratchet that has a swivel, so you get a little bit of a better angle. The problem is it's probably you can pretty much only use one hand, and as you can see here, I'm gonna place it. See if I can show you guys. I'm sorry about that light here. Let me see if I can get better light for you. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so it's back here somewhere. I'm gonna take my wrench. I went just like this. I went in there. And that's about as much room you're gonna have here. It's on the nut right now. Right now, it's on the nut. And look at where the wrench is at. I know it's hard to see. I'm sorry. See my finger? Yeah, that's where it is. So right now it's on the nut, but as you can see, there's not much room to wiggle. It can be done. I was able to do it with just this wrench. If you have an extension, a breaker bar, an extension, and you could get it in there. The problem is you see how if you bring it up, your extension comes up. Like I had an 18-inch and it came up to right here, right? So I had very little room. I wasn't able to do it. I ended up doing it with just this. I had to give it brute force. It took a couple of times. This side wasn't on super tight. It wasn't rusted, so I was able with just enough force to break it loose. To give myself a little bit more room. I took out the dipstick. I took this out. Just remove that, put it separate aside. I took off this electrical box, this connection here, just because if you want to work from the side, you see how you're gonna have to go in like that. It's very difficult. You could probably do it. I just gave myself a little, I just wanted a little bit more room. This just pops off. Hold on. So you gotta play with it a little bit. I'm trying to, because you have to, you want to remove the electrical. Look, I want to show you what I did. So I had a little bit more access, and it did make it a little bit easier. Why isn't this coming out now? You can probably get a pry bar, but sorry, usually just pops right off like that. All right. I removed this little electrical box. I believe that's 10 millimeter. Remove this nut. Remove that nut. This comes up, and what I did was I just put it behind here. If you have a little zip tie or something, just tie it around here, so that way it stays up and it's kind of out of the way. It gives you a little bit more access, a little bit more room to wiggle around in there. Just keep note, these are live wires. So if you touch a tool or something by accident in here, it is going to spark. So just be mindful of that. That's what I did to access the back bolt for the upper control arm on the passenger side. It's a little bit difficult to get to. I do have kind of long arms. So, you know, if your body size or arm strength isn't up to par or whatever, you know, you might have some difficulty, but that's what I did to get to it. I was able to break it free using just this. I did try swivel extensions. I tried breaker bar. Like I said, mine was too long. Just see if you can get the right tool. I think your best bet is going to be, I did try the crow's foot. I tried this attached. I think if you can get a crow's foot with ratchet style, I think that's going to be better. Also with the swivel or flexible, I think they call it. That was a little bit more difficult to find. I researched. I think only Snap-on had it, and I think it was a set, and those things are expensive. So, you know, take a look. If you have it, great. If not, this is going to be the tool. They have longer ones on these. They have extended ones, 18 millimeter. I was thinking of getting it. I didn't end up getting it. It might be long enough for here. So if you have the extended version of this tool, 18 millimeter, you should be all right. All right, guys, that's the passenger side. The driver's side, a little bit more difficult because of the leverage and because of where it's at. If you can't reach it, you might have to take it to a shop. After a few prayers, or a lot of prayers, and a couple of days of just trying to, a couple of days. Every day I was in here trying to figure out how to unloosen that back bolt. It's back there. So the cover's off, the air intake is off, as I showed you earlier. The book says, and again, the illustration was off on the book. I looked at all data, Haynes manual. There was a Chilton. Somebody posted a Chilton. All of them had the same exact illustration and the same exact instructions, and all of them made absolutely no sense at all. Well, maybe a little bit the driver's side. Now, the book calls for you to remove the intermediate shaft steering knuckle, which is that right there. Hold on, let me get a pointer because my hands don't fit. Where did it go? Right there. that. You see that? So you're supposed to remove this so you can have better access to the back bolt on the driver's side. I'm gonna try to, again, this side also, you're not gonna see it. It's very difficult to get to. Well, I don't want to say very difficult, but it is difficult to get to. You basically, I'm trying to stick my hand in here. So it's basically, you got to feel for it just like the passenger side. It's in here. Oh, my hand is in the way. I'm sorry, guys. So it is, if you follow the wheel well wall here, stick your hand down in here. If you're tall enough, long enough, you can feel it with your fingers. It's the only way I had access to it. Now, I did try to remove the steering knuckle pinch bolt. That's what that is. Trying to find what size torque that is online. I kept getting 13 millimeter socket. No, that's not a 13 millimeter socket. That is a pan head Torx screw, right? So I did find it, Torx screw, then he said it was a T30. The T30 is not gonna fit in there. The T30 is too small. That is a T50, my friends. A T50 Torx, and to be honest, that thing was bolted on there so tight, and when you're dealing with steering, I didn't want to mess anything up just trying to get to this control arm, upper control arm nut. So this steering shaft is going to get in the way. Pretty much the whole engine bay is going to get in the way. This steering shaft right here. So when you put your wrench, and I ended up was able to use this, but I tried everything. I bought a gear wrench extender. I tried breaker bars. I tried the crow's foot. I can't tell you how many times my wrench fell down and I had to fish it out. Most of the time it fell down through the floor, which is good. Let me see. I'm gonna try to put the ratchet in there so you can see. Also, these tubes are gonna get in the way. These air tubes, pain in the ass. Now, you could take them out. This fat one right here, this one, you could probably take it out if you want to. It's a connector right there. I know it's hard to see, but if you just follow this tube, you can disconnect it if you want, just so that this doesn't bother you. There is another one too, this long one. This one right here. These two get in the way of you trying to stick your hand to get a good. And for the most part, you can only use one hand. I couldn't get both hands. This piece is in the way. This AC piece. There's a screw here, iron screwed. That screw right there, but it didn't help. This thing is not moving. So just leave the screw on there. It's not moving. So you can get your ratchet in there. You're gonna pretty much have to feel for it. I already loosened. I got it to break, and I already loosened it with just this. It took a lot of, like I said, a lot of praying and some real manpower. So basically, what I did was I used the engine bay. There's the spark plug. This thing. I put my elbow on there, and I tried to give myself enough. I guess after a while, it finally broke of me trying to do it, but that's what you're working with, guys. See that? There's basically a little bit of room here. Now, if you can get the steering, the intermediate shaft steering knuckle off and push it out the way, you'll have better clearance and you'll be able to do it. But somebody was looking out for me, and after a couple of times, I actually felt it move and it actually popped, and I was able to unscrew it. Now, one more thing Oh, I forgot to tie off. You might have, sorry, you're gonna have the locking bolt, right? Which is good because when you tighten it, you're only gonna be able to do it from the top, and I think it's officially called the flange bolt, right? This bolt right here. But as you can see, sorry guys, as you can see, come on, where is it? Right here. As you can see, this moves. So what happens is, you see that? What happens is when you're ratcheting, when you go back, this is gonna go back. So you need all the teeth that you can get. You need all the bite. So a nice little trick, right? Let's see. We're unscrewing it this way. So we're gonna leave this down. And then what I did was grab yourself pressure pliers, right? And you just right above where the lock is. Can you see that? So right above where the lock is, you just take the pressure pliers and you just, you put it tight enough where you can just squeeze it and it stays still. And what that's gonna, I'm sorry about the camera angle, guys. What that's gonna do is it's gonna hold your locking nut in place so that when you ratchet backwards, when you go to ratchet, it's not gonna move, and then you'll be able to unloosen the bolt. Well, there you have it, guys. Upper control arms, 2019 Dodge Durango, 3.6 liter engine. Hope this helps you. It's not a bad job. It's a simple job. It's just the access to get to those the bolts, the backside bolts, both on the driver's side and on the passenger side. Good luck.